if they do on my lunch break, but. So you gotta get away. It's like something's out there. I don't know what it is. Yeah, sorry for the interruption, all the bad connections at the beginning there. Of course. Hopefully without any interruptions. Again, sorry about the bad. Or it's just the system itself. I don't know. It's like. Again, like I said, I don't know where the bad connection could be from. Again, it could be the weather, sound, stuff like that. So, but like I said, I want to try to talk some wrestling here live while I can for the next 18, 17 minutes that I have. Another bad connection. Again, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I really bad. Talk about is some wrestling here, and a lot of stuff that's going as we speak. Like I said, a lot of stuff that's happening in wrestling as we speak. You know, for example, as far as WWE is concerned, the Mae Young Classic is basically underway. You know, WWE obviously has a huge hit here with the Mae Young Classic. But what's going to be a determining factor on whether or not it's an overall success is this Tuesday night, because this Tuesday after SmackDown is when they're going to have the finals. But the only problem is the attendance that's going to be there. You know, it's a different venue than Full Sail, so they got to take that into account. Like I said, they got to take that into account as to, you know, the venue they're going to be in. They're going to be in Las Vegas. So, you know, they got to figure out exactly, you know, what they're going to do. You know, what they're... Yeah, because they got to figure out what they're going to do. As far as trying to keep people around, you know. So we'll just have to wait. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, this Tuesday is going to be the overall make or break for it. Because, you know, not a lot of people are very fond. Excuse me. Like I said, not a lot of people are very fond of the fact that the Mae Young Classic finale is going to happen in Las Vegas. But maybe there's a reason for it. There is rumor and speculation that they're going to continue an angle for a possible Survivor Series elimination match. A possible Survivor Series elimination match where you have the four horsewomen of MMA going up against the four horsewomen of WWE. So, you know, there may be a reason for that. So there may be a reason why they're doing it in Las Vegas. And with the fact that the announcement going around is that Ronda Rousey is going to be, I guess, in attendance for this. She's going to be on the red carpet for this, and she's going to be in attendance for it. In the seating, you know, in seating and all that. obviously they got planned. So having Ronda there is, I guess, saying, hey, well, this will keep people, this will keep people, help people remain in the building or something. Then okay, fine. I understand that. But WWE's got to really have a decent sized crowd for the finale and for the matches that take place before said finals. Before said finals between Kairi Sane and Shauna, I think that's her name, Shauna Belzer or something like that, who's Ronda's friend. So we gotta see what happens here. We gotta see what happens and how they're gonna play it off. And again, maybe that's why they want to have it in Las Vegas. They feel it's a bigger venue. It's a bigger venue. They're in a more renowned, bigger venue, and that Las Vegas has more of a I guess you could say, national, worldwide appeal. So maybe that's why they're doing it. We'll just have to wait and see. But again, not a lot of people are too fond of the whole Las Vegas setting for the Mae Young Classic finale. Now, speaking of WWE still, we know that this, as well as this Tuesday, we're going to see the return to SmackDown of Vince McMahon. Now, a lot of people are speculating as to what Vince is going to do. Now, traditionally, people might speculate. Now, traditionally, you might think, well, Vince is probably going to come out, kind of play both sides of the coins with Owens, when it comes to Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon, which is a possibility. But others might say that Vince may go a little bit more babyface than we think because of what Owens said about his grandkids, Shane's son and his daughter-in-law. Now, that could happen too. There's some people speculating that Vince will side with Owens and let Owens do whatever he wants. Give me that. But again, it's all up to speculation as to what Vince is going to do, what they got planned for Vince McMahon's appearance on SmackDown. It all depends on what they got planned for him, because apparently whatever they have planned is going to basically make this situation between Owens and Shane a big deal. Some people are speculating, Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez, people are speculating that Vince being on SmackDown is the fact, with Vince being on SmackDown, that he's only going to be there to make the announcement that Shane will take on Owens at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view inside Hell in a Cell. Now, here's the thing about that. Some people will argue and pretty much say, well, there's not really enough build to it. There's not enough, real build besides what we've gotten. It's like, where's the build to it? Where's this? Where's that? And I think what some people fail to notice, if they argue about the fact that, there's no real build to them having a Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell, there's no reason, because there's no real build. I'm just checking to make sure I don't have no reconnection issues or bad connection. Let me remind you of something, okay? Let me remind you of something. ever since Owens came on SmackDown, was put on SmackDown, they were planting the seeds to go in this direction. They were planting the seeds for something between Shane and Owens from the beginning. So, the way I look at it is Vince is going to lift Shane's suspension at Hell in the Cell. That for the next few weeks, Daniel Bryan's in charge. He's the commissioner. He's the general manager, But, come Hell in the Cell, Shane's suspension will be lifted. And not only will he be commissioner again, but which means not only will he be facing Owens in a match at Hell in the Cell, possibly in Hell in the Cell, but he'll be once again the commissioner, maybe on a probationary period. Maybe with a probationary period given to him. Like, after Hell in the Cell, he can no longer engage in any physical activity. It's like if someone like Owens insults him or tries to get him to get physical, he's got to ignore it. He's got to let it go, or he's just got to find a way to work around it. And I think that's probably the direction they're going to go with this. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people are speculating that we're going to get a Hell in the Cell match out of this between the two at the Hell in the Cell event. And, and then afterwards, who knows where they'll go from there. But my speculation is, yeah, we'll get that match. But where they go after that is what I believe is Shane being put on probation as commissioner. In other words, Shane can't physically get involved, or else he's no longer commissioner. He's removed from the equation. He's fired, if you will. So, Shane, basically, in my opinion, is going to be put on a probationary period after Hell in the Cell. And then no matter what Owens or anybody else tries to do to goad him into fighting, to goad him to get physical so he can get himself fired, I think they're going to play it off like Shane's not going to do that. He's going to be like, look, I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to let you provoke me, but I do have an answer for you. And someone else will be chosen to take up the fight. So that's what I'm suspecting they're going to do with Shane with the storyline after Hell in the Cell, because it's the only logical way you can keep him on television, but you could kind of make it bittersweet for him. Like, you can have Owens insult him, insult his family and all that, all you want, but you can have, and Shane just has to stand there and take it, but you can also have Shane retaliate by saying, hey, look, I'm not going to get physical with you, but I can get somebody that will get physical with you, that will fight you, and he'll bring out somebody else. So, that's my suspicion as to where they're going with Shane and Owens after Hell in the Cell. That's my suspicion. Excuse me. As far as Dolph Ziggler goes on SmackDown, everybody wonders, where are they going with this whole Dolph Ziggler deal? Where he's mocking gimmicks, people's gimmicks or traits that made them or make them who they are. And I think where they're going with this with Dolph is, in that direction is the wrestler is what he wants. The athlete, the wrestler. They're going in that direction with him. In other words, he's trying to basically make the point that you should appreciate somebody for what they do in the ring athletically as a wrestler, and not for gimmick that should be appreciating and identifying somebody for what they do in the ring. So in other words, WWE is going in that entertainers in the past, where the person wants to basically bring wrestling back to the WWE, not for the gimmicks that they. Sorry for the reconnection there, but like I was saying, I suspect and expect possibly WWE to let Dolph Ziggler do what's known as a pipe bomb, a work shoot, if you will, with this angle that they're going, with this story angle that they're going with him on. I expect them to have him eventually come out and do a pipe bomb, if you will, story angle. I expect that to happen. I expect a work shoot to come out from him. I expect a pipe bomb. So if I'm you, I expect that from Dolph. As far as the Raw side of things go, Strowman and Brock Lesnar, they're going to have to be really careful as they build towards the match in the next few weeks, because if you too soon, it's not going to make the match special. So I got to get outlets and by each man to send the message. They're trying to treat. Now I know too many people involved. Sorry about the reconnect, but because it's hard. They want to. Don't you say, okay, John Cena's on here, his first. John Cena's on Raw now, doing that much? No, you don't see SmackDown doing that. Whoever it is on the Raw side, whether it's Dunn, or whoever, they're doing it because they're in panic mode. That's why they're doing it. And also because of the fact that it's football season now, so they need something to counteract the NFL, to counteract the NFL football season. That's why these matches are happening at No Mercy. That's why. So, that's my talk on WWE. As far as GFW is concerned, you know, a lot of people question this whole America Top Team versus GFW angle, and eventually now you're going to have AAA get involved in something like similar. I look at it this way. The way they're playing this up, is they're going to have these associated promotions like AAA and maybe team to say the same thing on behalf of the whole Lashley situation, saying the only reason you want Lashley is you can't do it on your own because nobody gives a you know what about the talent you have, because most of them they don't know about. So I expect to the full as we get bound for glory. I mean, but more so promotions you're associated with, you're partnered with, because I mean, what else would you do? I mean, so just my decision on work. Agree with some of the points I talked about, some of the stuff I discussed about. Let me know down below. I gotta get back to work. I do apologize for the bad connections and reconnecting, and that's all I'm gonna say. So I'm out. Take care. God bless.